What's going on, Schmoville? Time for another review. It's time for the sixth movie in the Mission Impossible franchise. Second movie.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
It's a sixth movie.
Fallout.
It's a sixth movie that Tom Cruise has done. You guys have probably heard he got injured doing a stunt this time. He does so much crazy shit throughout the franchise, and here he might even, I don't want to say he ups it from the tallest building in the world or hang on the side of an airplane.
He does some crazy stuff in this
He's hanging
movie.
outside helicopters. He's doing halo jumps out of airplanes. He's jumping from building to building almost.
That was the one that hurt him because you see the shot where he hurts his kind of ribs in his foot.
And he leaves it in the movie. The guy is, look, is he insane? We don't know, but we know that he loves giving us a quality action franchise. When you sit down to watch Mission Impossible, you're like, this is what we get excited about in the action movie realm to see, every 2 or 3 years. And this is another good entry in the franchise. I can't say that I enjoyed it as much as the last two. Yeah. I feel like it was good, not great.
I'm with you on that. I think that I enjoyed watching it very much. I had a lot of fun with it for sure. It wasn't as clever as the last two, and I think it was way more predictable than the last two. There were things that happened inside of this movie that you just knew were coming a mile away.
You and I might have the same exact score for this movie, but for totally different reasons. Because I think the cleverness of this movie and the way that it takes twists and turns
is predictable.
Is a value to it. Some aspects, yes. Some aspects, no. But what I did enjoy about the last two that I just felt was lacking here was the element of fun. I had a lot of fun watching the action set pieces and all that. But it seems like the interaction between the characters for a while, there's nice moments. And then, but it feels like it's a little more plotting. The way the story is told, the way that they interact with each other, they're not going through the motions. Nobody's mailing it in, but it just didn't feel like it was as kinetic as the last two.
I felt a lot of beats from previous movies have been repeated. I think that to me there are some things that happened. I've seen it before, but I was okay watching it. I was never bored. I did have fun. I thought it was a lot of fun though. The chase scenes were fun. The stunts are incredible.
The action is top notch and very well shot too.
Yes, and I think Corey does a good job. And once again, the premise of the movie is that Ethan is back in it.
We got to save the world.
Save the world, and this time old foes come back, old friends come back. There's some it ties in nicely to the rest of the franchise, which I enjoyed. I thought Ving Rhames once again and Simon Pegg add a lot to it.
Rebecca Ferguson shows back up. Vanessa Kirby, newcomer. I thought she was good with what she had to work with.
And Henry Cavill, he's in
the mustache.
The mustache is great. I thought he was good in the movie, but I thought he was. I didn't think there was much to his character.
Yeah, I mean,
he's tough and he's the assassin.
I think that this movie could have benefited from him being a little more like he was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is kind of the similar
thing. A little more
thing.
Personality.
Angela Bassett and Alec Baldwin, I like that they have a cool interplay.
Right.
I think she's a nice addition to the cast. Overall, here's the thing. It's like the third movie in a row where it's kind of the same thing where, okay, all of a sudden now we have to, like we can't even rely on the people who sent us to do the mission in the first place kind of thing, which I like. I like when this team is on their own. It felt a little bit like a retread, but I think that the plot moves at a clever enough pace and takes enough zigs and zags that it feels like its own movie.
Yeah,
I just didn't quite feel like it had maybe it's just the magic.
Yeah,
maybe it is that.
It was way more of a popcorn film than the other two had been, because I think the first one's fun. The second one's terrible.
I do like watching him climb rocks at the beginning of the second one. I will turn it on to watch Tom Cruise climb rocks. I said it.
It's a terrible movie. The third movie started to jet it back in with J.J. Abrams, right? I think that this is on par. I think 3 is better, but it's in that vein. The 4 or 5 are superior.
So I still go Ghost Protocol by a hair over Rogue Nation.
Like Rogue and then Protocol.
And then I'll go 3.
Yep.
And then I'll probably go this one over the first one. But it's hard for me to discount the first one because I'm watching this movie and I'm thinking, you know what? We don't get any of these movies unless Emilio Estevez bravely sacrifices himself for the greater good. We could be seeing Emilio Estevez in these movies instead of Tom Cruise. Would he do his own stunts, Kristian?
No, he would not. Anyway,
rides his own horse.
So I'm going to go ahead and I say that I enjoyed watching the movie. You absolutely, if you're a fan of the franchise, should go watch this in theaters. It's definitely a good watch in IMAX, but predictable. Not as, I think, to me, it was not as clever as the other ones. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5.
All right. I want to say something too.
Okay.
A viewer who I know watches the show on a regular basis.
Tom Cruise.
Mr. Tom Cruise. Cody, where's my camera? Is it right here?
It's
Mr. Cruise, thank you. you for giving us these movies, for this excitement every so often. We know that you give so much of yourself. You jump out of airplanes, you hang on the side of helicopters, you're dangling off cliffs, and we love it. Please take care of yourself and your body, but still give us these movies, because I could be up for 10 more of these movies.
You know what I would be up for?
I love seeing these.
I would be up for your score, because it took a while to get there.
Mr. Cruz, I am going to give your movie 3.6 out of 5 schmoes, because I like you just a little bit better than this schmuck over. I'm a schmo, he's a schmuck.
You're a dirtbag.
How do you like that?
Right over there, check out that stuff. You got our Harloff and Ellis show, which we haven't done in a little bit. We got to do that.
Are we doing it today?
I hope
Are you
so.
sacrificing me for your family again?
Probably. Cody, you available? And then right over there,
Wait,
you got some reviews and then shirts. You want to get one of these shirts? You can't, but you can get other shirts that we have right over there.
How dare you stick me with Cody?